Hey, what's good, champions? Arian, Tyson here. Just wanted to come and shoot a video and talk to you about lies that we have been told when we were younger that we may still be living by today. And I want to challenge you today to stop living the lies. Stop living the lies. I'm going to share with you what I mean by that, because there are common lies that we are living by, that we were taught when we were younger, that we're still living by today. And in order for us to get to the next level, we're going to have to challenge those lies. We're going to have to unlearn the lies that we were told that we were younger, because it has stifled our progress. It has stifled our growth. And I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Now think about this. Think about your own life. Ask yourself, how many times have you heard it was the end when in reality it was only the beginning? How many hopeless labels have been slapped over the top of your inner hope? How many lies have you been fed? Or how many lies were you fed by people when you were younger that have driven you to call it quits when things get tough? Today, I challenge you to challenge the lies that you have been fed over the years, starting with a couple common lies that I've learned to unlearn over the last couple years. And I'm going to share with you a couple of them today. First off, the first lie that I'm going to share with you that has been told is that starting over isn't a good choice and should only be a last resort. Here's what I've learned. The idea of starting over being a bad thing is baked right into the fabric of our society's education system. Think about it. Children are sent to a college or university at the age of 17 or 18 and basically are told to choose a career path that they'll be happy with for the next 40 years. Now, when I went to college, the first thing I asked myself, and I asked myself this numerous times, well, what if I choose the wrong path? And that's what I remember thinking to myself. And that's exactly what I did on a couple different occasions. Now, over the years, however, through bouts of failure and hardship, I've learned the truth through experience. You can change paths anytime you want. Yes, starting over is almost always feasible, and it oftentimes is a pretty good choice too. Of course, it won't be easy, but neither is being stuck in a lifelong career you naively chose when you were a teenager. Now, I'll say it repeatedly. When I was younger, I was very naive, wet behind the ears. Another thing, neither is holding on to something that's not meant to be or something that's already gone. The truth is, no one wins a game of chess by only moving forward. Sometimes you have to move backward to put yourself in a position to win. And this is a perfect metaphor for life. Sometimes when it feels like you're running into one dead end after another dead end, it's actually a sign that you're not on the right path. Maybe you were meant to make a left back when you took a right. And that's perfectly fine. Life gradually teaches us that U-turns are allowed. So turn around when you must. But there's a right way to turn around and there's a wrong way to turn around. And oftentimes people, you take the wrong way. They take the wrong approach. There is a big difference between giving up and starting over in the right direction. And there are three little words that can release you from your past mistakes and regrets and get you back on track. And these words are from now on. So from now on, what should you do? Anything Something small. As long as you don't just sit in your seat strapped down to a destiny that isn't yours. If you mess it up, start over. Do something else. Let go and grow. No doubt, one of the absolute hardest lessons in life is letting go, whether it's guilt, anger, love, or loss. Change is never easy. You fight to hold on and you fight to let go. I'm going to say it again. You fight to hold on and you fight to let go. But letting go is generally the healthiest path forward. It clears out toxic thoughts and choices from the past and paves the way to make the most positive use of the present. You've got to emotionally free yourself from some of the things that once meant a lot to you so you can move beyond the past and the pain that it brings you. Again, it takes hard work to let go and refocus yourself, but it's worth every bit of effort that you can muster. And then the second lie that I'm going to tell before I wrap up this video is that we must realize that we've been told that, grief is a burden that gradually devastates us over time. Here's what I've learned after dealing with my own share of grief. You may have heard it said that it isn't healthy to grieve for too long. I say this because it's something that I was taught when I was a teenager. I think about when my father passed last year. At first, everyone accepted my tears, but as the weeks rolled into months, I was frequently told that it was time to let go. When I had someone, walk away from me in the past, I was told it's time to let it go. The tears aren't helping at this point. I remember someone telling me that. But that was garbage. My tears were necessary. Your tears are necessary. They were slowly watering the seeds of your recovery, of my recovery. And I discovered as a much stronger, kinder, wiser soul than I ever was before. Then years later, that lesson was reinforced in my life. And though the grief of losing people I love, I have been given the gift of awareness that every one of us will lose someone or something we love, that this reality is a necessary one. It's incredibly tough to comprehend at times, but there's a reason for everything. You must know the pain of loss, because if we never knew it, we would have little compassion for others. And we would gradually become hollow monsters of egoism, creatures of sheer self-interest, never being happy with what we have. The awful pain of loss teaches us humility to our prideful kind. And it has the power to warm up a cold heart and make an even better person out of a good one. So yes, grief can be a burden that devastates us in the near term, but it can also be a healthy anchor for healing and living well in the long run. So I wanted to share those two lies, and then think about some other lies that you've been told. If you know some lies that you've been told, feel free to leave me a comment. Feel free to share it. And if you got value from this video, feel free to share this video. Remember, in life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. It's yours truly, Arian, Tyson, the Moving Motivator, and I will talk to you on the next one. Peace.